to Tales from the Scroll. We're a group of tabletop role players who are inviting you to our game table. This is episode 10 of our Six Kingdoms campaign. I am Kiko, your game master, and sitting around the table with me are our players. We have, to the left, Meg, or Megara, played by Kit. We have the Don, played by Barrett. We have Dr. Glow, played by Ryan.
What's up?
And we have Ratati, played by Zach.
You know I had to do it to him.
Last time on Tales from the Scroll, our alliance of friends had just closed out on a traumatic day. After fighting a werewolf, a clandestine murder of said werewolf, sowing confusion among the city guard, and confounding the poor sheriff and poor Kyle, they made their way home to Glow's clinic, hoping to relax and repair after a long, hard day. And instead, they discovered that Snot, the littlest of the Milk Boys, a beloved gang of local scamps, had been murdered. Even worse, Meg, with her tunnel vision focused on revenge, shared her suspicion that she may have been indirectly responsible for the murder. And that brings us to the start of today's adventure. All right. So
Pretty intense.
yeah, it was pretty intense. So where we left off, you all had all basically headed off for the night. Did everybody just go to bed, or was there anything else that you wanted to have happen after we closed last night with the revelation?
No, everything I wanted to do would have been like first thing in the morning.
Okay, great. Ratati.
Oh boy.
You have trouble falling asleep.
Ugh, this again.
This again. There's a lot happened to you in the day before. Finally, you close your eyes, but your sleep is not deep. It is not even. You keep hearing voices in the room saying, "Open the way, clear the path." And when you open your eyes, like, who's in the room with me? The room's empty. There's no one there. But it's just like a constant. You start to fall asleep, and then it's a different voice, but the same message. Open the way, clear the path. Finally, Pravinta, who has been out in her nightly mouse-catching endeavors, flies in through the window, and when she settles at the head of your bed, things seem to get calmer. The security of having her around your lifelong friends, and the voices fade away, and you can finally get to sleep.
As they fade, I'm going to take my pocket watch out.
Mm-hmm.
And if I listen to it, does it hear like a ticking?
Yes.
I'm going to keep that next to my head to try to drown out any other noise.
Okay.
And then just like listen to the ticks and try to fall asleep.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Now it's morning. It's early. Who's our most likely to be our early riser? Yeah, the dog.
I mean, he sees the sunrise every day.
He's already up on time and doing push-ups.
Yeah. Anything you particularly want to do before everybody else gets up?
No, it's just, up on the roof, just like checking out the city, see if there's any early morning ruckus, doing this calisthenics.
Yeah.
Getting limber for the day.
I mean, Duke Street does seem pretty calm this morning. There are folks getting up, like the folks who own the Mother Hubbard's hand pies. They're opening up. You've got the carpenter is starting to set out. Like examples of his wares on the sidewalk. You see the early morning beggars heading out for their assigned spots across the city, leaving the Beggars Guild. Everything seems normal and strangely normal. It's weird to have like such a normal morning after such an eventful evening. You do see that there is every once in a while a child carrying like something in their arms makes their way back behind the church, and then a few minutes later will return. Yeah. And the temple, and that's what you've got.
Okay. Then I'm just kind of like take a peek at where the kids are going. That's when
Yeah.
I can just kind of like watch it to make sure there's no
Yeah.
shenanigans going on.
Yeah, you follow the kids. It looks like they're making some sort of a makeshift altar or memory spot to Snot back there. There's like little stuffed animal, and there's a rough rag doll. Maybe a little pile of rocks that maybe those were, favorite special rocks. You don't know. I mean, kids collect all kinds of weird shit.
Okay. I'm just gonna hop down from where I am, and I'm just gonna like drop one gold coin in it.
Nice. All right. Okay, who's next?
Probably me.
Okay.
Usually pretty early riser.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine I would be up maybe like the sun woke me up.
Mhm.
I'm not up before the dawn. The
Yeah,
dawn
yeah.
wakes me up.
Yeah. Probably is
My
you're
kid, Dr.
like,
Blue.
Dr. Glow? Dr. Glow? Dr. Glow?
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, we don't have to do wake up for everybody. I just want to know, like, is there anything you want to do the morning before we all hit our collective goals?
So this morning would have been a bit different for me than usual because this is the morning after I decided I'm done. So I'm not doing any of my usual doctor shit. All that comes to mind and I just set it aside.
Okay.
And I get dressed in just normal clothes.
All right.
I'm not wearing a lab coat today. I'm not taking my med kit with me. I'm
Alright.
taking my cane because I need that.
Yeah.
But that's not a doctor thing. And I'm going out and I'm seeking spiritual guidance because I don't know what the hell to do.
All right. Where would you like to seek spiritual guidance? There is the Church of Frigg, which is right here in the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
You could go further out to the Temple District and seek out someone who's more specific to your choice of worship.
So I want to reach out to Ayer,
Mm-hmm.
but I have a feeling, I don't know, I might have to roll for it to know, but I have a feeling that there's really nothing dedicated to Ayer in this city.
It's a huge city.
Okay.
You could probably, it would be a smaller, like, chapel, probably attached to maybe Odin's main temple, where like some of the smaller, lesser, they don't have their own temple, but they have like a side chapel
Sure.
off of there. That'd be your best bet.
I'd probably go there then.
Okay, you would know where that is.
I don't know it. Wait, I would or wouldn't?
You would.
I
mean,
would.
I assume that you've worshipped Ayer before.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I went to a whole college dedicated
Right.
to her teaching.
Exactly. So you would know where Ayer's dedicated spots are in the city.
Cool.
All right, so you're heading to Ayer. Anybody else have plans?
I'm sleeping in.
You're sleeping in.
As late
Yeah, you've
as
had
I
a
can
hard
get
night.
away with.
I'm maintaining all of my weapons
Okay.
and making a plan.
All right,
So
so
I'm getting ready to head to Miss Shore.
okay, so
And I'm
that-
gonna write a note. So
you're gonna write a note.
mhm.
Okay. Do you want to do that first, or should we take care of Dr. Glove first?
Take care of Dr.
Okay.
Glove.
Dr. Glove. All right. So yeah, you make your way across the city. Do you want to take a hackney, or do you want to try the Snickleways, or do you want to just walk?
Well, I'm not doing the Snickleways. I'll tell you that. Learn my lesson.
Yeah.
What were the other two options?
Hackney, which is like a coach, like a horse and buggy that you can hire.
Sure.
It's like a taxi, essentially.
Mhm.
Horse and buggy taxi.
Mm-hmm.
There are also a few of them that the mathematicals have been experimenting on, which are machine driven, but they're very loud and obnoxious.
I'd probably take a normal hack.
Yeah. Okay. All right. It just costs a silver, and they'll take you
Sure.
across the city. All right. And you get to the Temple of Odin. This is an imposing edifice. It's the largest temple in the city. And by law, it is
By
made-
law imposing.
it is made of ebony stone to reflect the color of Odin's ravens. And there are 2 towers, one on either side, topped with a raven, one Hugin and Munin on each one, watching over the city for Odin. Let's see what else. The doors are wide open, as they generally are, from morning to late into the night.
Well, I walk inside.
All right. You go in, and there are, as tradition has it, the central temple of Odin is always manned by the elderly. It's like a thing. Like the older and wiser you are, the higher up you are in the sect, I guess. And so the high priest is always the oldest and considered wisest of them all, and so they're in a robe of raven feathers, with it leaning heavily on a staff, is an old, very old man with a long, scraggly beard, shuffling from the altar toward a door in the back.
Do I know this man?
No.
Okay. I'll just kind of be like, excuse me.
He'll turn. Hello, my son. Welcome to the Allfather's house.
I need to commune with the Allfather and the Doctor to the gods, if that's possible.
I hear you wish to come, young man. And he kind of shuffles you toward this side where there's a temple off to the side that, and in stone relief all around is the entire pantheon, with Odin in the center, and then the gods splayed out around. It is appropriate to worship any god or goddess in this space. Perhaps except the Morrigan. She has her own space out back.
Well, I don't need to talk to her.
All right. You are welcome to stay as long as you need, friend.
Thank you. So what's in this space?
It is a small temple. There are, this is not like, as you think of like Christian worship. There is a fireplace. There are comfortable chairs that are padded. There's a little bowl of snacks to the side. This is intended to be a comfortable place for people to come and contemplate. This religion does not require hardship in worship. It requires hardship in action. So this is meant to be the comfortable space. The battlefield is where you prove your ability to handle hardship. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I'll
Whatever your battlefield might be.
I'll stoke the fireplace. I'll, grab some snacks, just sit down and meditate.
Perfect. Okay.
Really trying to channel those gods.
Yeah. Roll a percentage die.
Okay. 100?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
D100. Tell me what you get.
Cool. $43.
Okay. You reach out with your consciousness, pushing toward that sense of the universe around you, trying to sense the gods. And strangely enough, as you reach out, it's as though you've encountered a barrier of silence. Not like before, where maybe you're reaching out to the gods and they're listening, but they're busy, or you feel their presence around you, but maybe, very rarely does a god talk to you, an individual directly. But this is a sense of like a barrier.
Barrier.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Like-
something is blocking
Maybe.
interaction.
Maybe. I mean, you're not a cleric. It's
Sure.
hard for you to say.
Okay. So I'll eat my snacks and I will
We are
spend
all about the food.
I will contemplate about my next actions because I've had a lot of ideas jumbling around last night. It was difficult to sleep. I have a pretty good idea what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to know if it was what I want to do is the right thing to do.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna, after doing that, I think, go and seek out that old man
Sure.
and tell him my experience and and ask him what he thinks that might mean.
Okay. So you come out and he is at this point setting up, which looks like probably the bowl to collect alms for the poor and things like that. So Vaxum, I hope your communion was successful.
In a sense,
Tell me.
I reached out as I tend to do, and there was, I don't know, I hit a wall.
He actually, just a moment, young man, and he shuffles around and where there's some shelves or something in the backside of the altar, and he lifts out a book, and he takes a quill, and he's like, "Now explain to me exactly what this was like, young man." And he's taking notes.
It felt like I hit a wall, and then everything was quiet. Like, I don't actually hear anything, of course, but I can sense. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I couldn't sense anything, any type of arcane noise or divine noise. I couldn't.
I was hoping that perhaps someone worshipping a year, we hadn't had one of her followers in a while, and I was hoping perhaps you would have a different experience than we've been having. There seems to be some thing keeping us from communing with the gods as normal.
This has been an issue with all gods.
Yes. Yes.
How long has this been happening?
Oh, about 3 months now.
3 months?
Yes. I have not been anxious to have the public panicked about this issue.
Well, what does the public
We
know? How is this
are
not?
working on it. Most are not sensitive enough to understand that if there's a barrier or not. They worship in their daily lives.
I
They
see.
do not reach out to the gods. It is a bold and a thing to do, to petition the gods. Most do not attempt such things.
Well, that's a shame to hear because I have some difficult things that I need to do over the next few days.
It's deeply concerning. We are working on it. We're researching it. We have the mathematicals involved to see if it has to do with some arcane alignment of the stars. We are quite concerned.
I pause and I look off, thinking, and I look around and I say, "Can we speak privately?"
Oh, yes, of course. And he turns around, and that door that he had been going back and forth with, he opens it, and you go into a room that's like covered in shelves of like jugs of mead, because that is the liquid that is imbibed during worship. It is
That's right.
worship comes from beership, and that is he goes through that to what's clearly his office, which also is lined with walls of mead, and he pulls one down. There's never a bad time. It's a cup for you, a cup for him.
And alright, so I sit down and I sip the it's mead.
Mm-hmm.
I sip the mead. How is it?
It's delicious.
Oh,
It's the
fantastic.
best of the best.
Fantastic. So I sip a little more of it, and I say, are you aware that there have been, for some time now, witchfinders in the city?
I was recently apprised of such things.
As have I. It is my goal to. I'm under the understanding that they're turning tail. They're running away. But it is my fear that they are going to come back. They're going after mine.
After
And I hold up my hand.
they're going after.
They're coming after people like me.
Oh.
I'm gonna go deal with that. What I want to know is, do you know how long the Witchfinders have been in the city? Because if it's been 3 months,
I do not. Sheriff Malimbe is the one who recently apprised me of the situation. They apparently yesterday captured one of them.
I am aware.
I am sure that she is having words as we speak with the Silver One and the Queen, because they do not belong in our domain.
No, they do not. It is my concern that, and I pause, and I want to. I'm hesitant.
Young man, one thing you should consider is that Witchfinders are not inherently evil. They are a necessary force within our society. Look, you are a magic user, and he points to your wrist, with good intentions. You serve our year, and we are all grateful for your service. But not all have such noble intentions. It was just 2 years ago we had a wizard who had gotten heady with power and was subjugating the people of the coast and selling slaves out to the continent to the west. I mean, and it is the Witchfinders who stopped this heinous thing. Power can be abused in any form, and we need checks and balances. Witchfinders are not inherently a problem. But just like that wizard who can abuse their power that most don't have, a witchfinder can abuse that power as well. We must always keep each other in check.
And that is what I'm doing.
As long as you understand the balance, that is fine, young man, and I appreciate.
They don't come here. They don't.
I know they don't. Just take care, son, that you don't fall into the same trap of believing that your view of justice is better than any other. Always question and be careful, because when you are blind to nuances, you can make decisions that can ruin your life.
I understand.
Good. You are a good man,
Thank you.
and I appreciate all that you do for the city, and especially those who are in the deepest need in the shambles.
They're not doing well.
We are working to make things better. I know that Lyra is fraught with rules and regulations, and sometimes starting there is actually not a bad way to go.
I
am.
I interrupt them.
Mhm.
I say, I would appreciate it. I'm going to be gone for a couple weeks.
Yeah, okay.
The slums, they need help. And I can't do it alone.
No, you should not.
I would appreciate it if while I'm gone, members of the church would assist the people of Duke Street and the surrounding areas while I'm gone.
We will do what we can. We have many responsibilities, but we do have Frigg's Temple is right there in the neighborhood.
And they are very underserved.
Yes, well, we will do what we can. I mean, it is a big city.
It is a big city. It is a big city where just about everyone gets what they need.
Yes.
Yes. Just about.
We all see what's closest to us.
I'm a bit ticked off, so I'm just gonna.
Okay.
I just stand up. I'm just like, okay, thank you,
You're welcome, son.
and yeah, no, I leave, and I'm really trying not to get pissed off because he's not like I feel like he's not hearing me. And so I set off to the docks
Okay.
because I know who I need to talk to next.
All right. We'll come back to you.
Yeah.
All right. Everybody else.
I'm gonna actually go to Nico because I remembered I don't know how to write. So I'm gonna go to Nico. I'm gonna say, hey,
Yes, ma'am.
Nico, can I have you write? Do you know how to write?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Can I dictate something for you? To write?
Of course. Oh, yes. And he walks over to actually Dr. Glow's desk and rifles through and gets out a piece of paper. Yes, ma'am. What would you like me to read?
And I'm gonna hand you the paper. I'm gonna write it, but I don't want it
Oh, yeah.
read yet.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I'm gonna finish writing it.
All
And
right.
then I'll hand it to you when it's
Okay. So he will write that down for you. Would you like me to find someone to deliver it for you?
No, it's for the three of them.
Oh. Oh my.
Mhm.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Nico.
All right. Anybody else?
What time is it? What time is it?
We're probably at about 9 a.m.
It's like open up a pocket watch. That's too early.
Yeah. But then
yes.
Provinta starts like pecking at your
Yeah.
shoulder, like,
Okay,
come
I'm
on.
getting up.
You wake up, she lays like a little dead mouse right across you, like a little gift.
Breakfast. Thank you so much. I'm just
Provinta
gonna
loves you.
set it down right next to my bed. And yep, and I just pat my clothes off because I just sleep in my clothes.
Right, like you do.
And I'm gonna wander downstairs. I'm hungry.
As you wander downstairs, you're probably gonna find Nico folding something up and handing it to Meg. And you know, oh, Master Ritotti,
Ooh,
what can we do?
easy with that master stuff. Unless you have food.
I did not, unfortunately, get to cooking this morning. However, the smell of lovely breakfast hand pies is drifting across the street. If you would like, there's sausage and egg, and he rifles into the desk and he gives you 2 silvers from and he has access to the safe now, from the hospital safe and hands it to you.
Wait, what?
You're not there.
Is the doctor gonna be okay with me spending this on food?
Oh, well, the doctor put me in charge of the health and care of this community, and I think eating is very important for your health.
Sound logic, nurse. I am getting some food. I
Excellent.
will go across the street and I will get however much that will buy me.
It'll get you, it's 2 for a silver ham pies. So
I will come back
4 ham
and I will
pies.
give one to Nurse Nico.
Excellent, thank you, sir.
I will give one to Meg. I will give one to Preventa,
Yeah.
and I will eat one.
Preventa's very happy. What about the Don?
I don't know where he's at.
Oh, okay.
I'm
You're
on
not
top of
there.
the building.
Oh,
What about-
okay.
What about Archer, my
I'm
cat?
just saying. I'm saying that he's
Yeah.
like,
There's a dead mouse for her.
Oh, good.
Don is like super protective of Meg right now, so he's just kind of like waiting for Meg to come out so he can like.
Yeah,
If she tries to run off again, so.
yeah, fair. You just made a great sacrifice for Meg.
What sacrifice did I do? I didn't do anything.
No, I
What are you talking
about? I have no idea. All right. Okay, so you eat your breakfast, and I'm gonna go back to you, Dr. Glow, so that you can get back soon.
Not glow.
So, I am heading to the docks.
Mm-hmm.
I am looking for someone in particular to cash in a favor.
Okay.
We got favors around here?
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens when you run a clinic.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's got to be
For
friends with the
free.
doc. All right. I apologize. I had to see where we're going with that.
All good.
Okay.
All good.
So yes, you're going down to the docks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there's the docks, and then there's the docks. So there is the dock ward, which is all along the riverfront, which is where the legitimate business for the city takes place. But there's also the shadow docks, and those docks are further along where the riverfront starts to slope up into the cliffs that line across the riverbank heading toward the east and toward Mistshore. Along there, those cliffs are riddled with caves for miles. And there is along there what they call the shadow docks, which are just temporary places where folks pull up smaller boats and ships that are often used for smuggling goods tax-free in and out of the city of Lair.
Do I know what boat I'm looking for?
You do. You're
Okay.
looking for a boat called the Lady Harpy.
Looking for the Lady Harpy. That's a cool name. Okay, so am I at the shadow docks or am I looking for them?
Oh, they're not. It's not a big. You know where they are.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. You have experience with this.
Okay, yeah. No, I'm wandering the docks looking for the Lady Harpy. I'm not asking
Mhm.
anybody for directions. I
Yeah.
don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah. Yeah, before too long, you know where she usually docks up. You do see, it's a small boat, probably could hold 8 to 10 people if it's just people. But usually it's manned by 1 or 2 very skilled sailors and filled with cargo a lot of the time. And there indeed is the Lady Harpy.
What's it look like?
Like I said, it's kind of a very small ship versus a large boat. I would say more like something kind of right in the middle, like a very small schooner, like a private yacht almost size. It has very dingy sails that would be hard to describe as white or brown or grayish. It has carved roughly in the side the Lady Harpy, but you know that there's a board that can be flipped over the side to cover up the name of the ship if need be.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And filling the ship with cargo is indeed your friend, Tori Kendall.
I just walk up and I stand there and I wave.
And Tori's like got a big box. She turns or sets it down, and of course the mists. It's morning, so the mists are kind of still there along the river. And she turns around, and you're like, she's like, shit. What? How do you do that? Hi, Doc. Doc, good to see you. Good to see you.
Hey, Tori.
Hi. What brings you out my way? I mean, you're all on the up and up these days.
Come to cash in that favor.
All right. What do you need me to do? And is it dangerous?
No more dangerous than what you usually do.
Yeah, Tori is, I mean, she's tall, lanky, has long hair that's kind of tied in a queue at the back of her neck, and one side of her face is just riddled with scars from the old days.
Mm.
Well, dangerous. Not as dangerous as it used to be, or as dangerous as my new occupation.
No more dangerous than what you do now.
All right.
I'm
your man then, Doc.
and a few friends need to pop over to the next town over, and we need to be discreet about it. And as I understand it, you are incredibly discreet.
Next town over.
Mr. Shore.
Oh, well, that's my regular route. Sure, no problem.
Fantastic.
I'm heading there right now with my totally legitimate cargo.
Naturally. Would you be willing to hang tight until I can get my friends?
I owe you. I will hang tight.
Thank you. Much appreciated. When I get back, do you have a map of the place by chance?
No.
No map.
No map.
Can you draw one?
The town of Miss Shore.
Yes. That's where my business is.
Sure.
Thank you.
Welcome.
I don't know anything about the place. I've never been there.
I tell you what. When you get there, you head up the cliffs. There's a path. It'll be fine. And stop in at the Lady Harpy, the tavern. Ask for the tavern keeper, and she will give you all the information you need if you just mention my name.
Noted. Thank you, Tori. I'll be back later.
All right.
And I set off. And I don't say anything else to her. I just leave.
All right.
Don't really... It's a complicated relationship.
Understand. All right. Okay. So you're heading back. So you guys are doing your thing, eating breakfast, lurking on the roofs of Duke Street, waiting. What? And I'm gonna fast forward. Zip, zip, zip. Dr. Blow returns. Unless there's something that you wanted to do in the meantime. Nope. Okay. We are all back together.
Okay, so I guess
Where you been?
I've been making arrangements. When do you set off?
No.
Now? Okay. Then before you go, we need to discuss some things. Yeah, we're going to Miss Shore. So am I. And I hope you two will come with me. I've got a boat that can get us there.
Why are we going to Miss Shore?
Do I need to spell it out?
I mean, like she's going. I get it. Witchfinder. She's kind of like part of that. Has to go. But like, what are we going for? I'm not a witchfinder. I don't think you are.
Don't want them to come back. And they will, won't they?
Probably. Maybe not today. Maybe not tomorrow. Probably.
So, I'm gonna make sure they don't come back.
So
It's
we're
too
gonna go
dangerous for
give
you
him
to-
a stern talking to, or what?
Meg, that's
What's-
not your decision. I am a grown-ass man, and I can make my own decisions.
Doc, you don't know these people like I do. You haven't been in there like I have. They will kill you without a hesitation. They won't even think about it.
The feeling's mutual. I don't like them. They don't like me. And, correct me if I'm wrong, what is their plot?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I don't know.
Is this because you do magic and they're witchfinder? Like this is the shtick. Is they don't like that?
Yes.
Right. See, and they're not allowed in the city,
Yes.
which is where you live,
Yes.
and they've left the city.
And
Right. So because that's this place, the Mishore, where that's outside the city, right?
yeah.
Yeah, so they're allowed to be there.
I would assume so.
Right. So you're gonna go from the place they're not allowed to be, and you have protection, to the place where they are, where you don't have that.
That is why I'm asking for your help, yes.
Right. If they just don't like people to do magic, I'm also that.
You're also threatened.
Yeah. I am also a little mouse that you're trying to lead to a big bunch of snakes.
This group. How many of them are there?
Would I know off the top of my head?
About 6.
6.
There's 6 of them.
Killing Thran's helped.
There's 5 of them. We can kill 5 people.
You can bring them to justice. We can
When
do
the
We can.
fuck did you
I
get
can
here?
kill 5.
How do you do that?
I'm very, very.
You're
good at
so
this.
big. How are you that quiet?
That's just what I do. The dawn creeps up on me. But
I
yeah,
fucking did this morning.
I mean,
Alright, well, it sounds like
I mean, I did
you
brush your
three
hair while you
have
slept.
things to discuss. I have a plan.
What's your plan?
I'm not going to tell you.
Okay,
Well,
well,
it makes
I'm
it
gonna
very
be
difficult to coordinate.
I'm
if
gonna
you
be
don't
a
tell
mission.
them.
Where is
Right.
wait? I have a question. Where is number 5?
number 2.
Or number 2? Sorry. Where's number 2?
I assume in my bag, which is next to the bed that I was sleeping in, which is probably just one of the clinic beds.
In this room, or where are you guys?
we're in the clinic. We're in Dr. Glow's place.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you're in like your office, or are you in where the beds are? I'm trying to figure out. Isn't
I assume where the-
It's entirely dependent on if there's patients in there. If there's patients in there, I wouldn't have this conversation in there.
I think it was just me.
no patients?
Okay, then yeah, we could talk in the clinic. That's fine.
So number 2 is like 10 feet away.
Okay. That's all I need to know.
Look, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do, and if I'm gonna do it with or without you guys, but you and I are on the same page. So I suggest you trust us and work with us. Because I'm sorry, but it's true. Your actions led to someone I really cared about dead. So you're gonna coordinate with me. Because you owe me that.
I hand him the paper and I walk out.
Oh boy.
And I follow Meg.
No.
You don't have a choice.
I'm gonna teleport 30 feet away to a
And
place
I'm-
where he can't see.
And I'm the Misty Step. Yeah, I got Misty Step. Bring it. Yeah, the dawn
Let me
lights
see
and chicks.
how this works. So you can teleport.
Up to 30 feet.
Yeah, but finding a 30 feet
But
to
you have
where
be
he
able to
can't
it.
see.
You have to
Yeah,
see where
you
you're
so
going.
you have to see where
Does
you're
he know
going.
that I can teleport? Do you know that I can teleport though?
If
Have
see
I ever
you
done that?
teleport,
Yeah, right.
I mean, I'm right behind you.
Right.
Yeah.
Like you just almost got yourself murdered. I'm not gonna let you out of my sight.
So what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna turn around and I'm gonna push him. I'm gonna be like, I don't need your help.
I'm not offering my help. You're getting it.
I don't want it.
You almost died.
I don't care.
I do.
I can do this.
And I can help you do it too.
Go help him. He's the one who needs your help.
We're all on the same page. We're all going the same place. I'm just following you.
I have to do this.
That's fine. I'll be right there beside you. I'm gonna take care of my
Why
ward
do you
battle.
care so much?
Because you are my ward. You almost died under my watch. That's not okay to me.
I'm nothing to you. You don't know me. You don't know who I am.
Roll your wisdom right now.
Oh boy. Oh, 18. Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Add a check though.
Alright.
How many are you at?
I have 3.
Okay.
How many does it go to?
I'm not
85. What?
This is
Alright.
a solid.
Like you don't get to choose in this. I'm going.
That's the
Anywhere
one
you go,
thing I do get
I
to
can
do.
follow. So if you want to run off, that's fine. I'll be running right behind you. I'm fast. I can get there. You've run off too many times. And it's not
What
okay.
have I
It's not
done?
okay with me that you almost died. It's not okay.
Why?
Because I'm here to protect.
I'm just some street rat.
You're not a street rat to me. I am grooming you.
Why?
Because you're going to be the new Dawn someday.
No,
Someday,
I'm not.
yes, you will.
I will not.
You will protect these streets.
Look, man, I just have one goal. That's it. I don't want to be some caped vigilante like you are. I don't want to be some loser who doesn't have anybody. I don't want to live on
Right.
rooftops.
I have the city.
Oh,
These
do
people
you?
love
Do
me.
you?
Yes, they do.
They don't know who you really are, though. Who's under that mask?
It's
Who is it?
me. It's fine. It doesn't matter.
What's your name?
My name is
Who
the
are
Dawn.
you?
I am the Dawn.
Is that your legal name, then?
Yes.
I don't buy that.
It's all I've ever been. I've only been the Dawn. I can't.
I don't believe you.
It doesn't matter if you believe me. It's what
You've
it
kept
is.
too many secrets.
What secrets?
so have
I kept? I have been
Who
nothing
are you?
but honest with you. I've told you everything. I've taught you so many things.
I know those things because I did them. You don't get to take credit for the things I've done, the things I did to keep me safe.
What about the things you did that didn't keep you safe? Huh?
The
What about
learned
those things?
stones.
What about those things? I've been in this city. I've survived.
And so have
You
I.
are constantly getting yourself in dangerous places.
And so are you.
But I survived. You almost died. That has not happened to the Dawn. That has not happened. When has that happened? It hasn't. Because I am out here protecting everybody in these streets. And now you have that protection. That is not a bad thing.
I
So
don't-
if you want to deny it, that's fine, but it's still there.
Why do you care so much about me? I don't like you.
It doesn't matter if you like
I
me.
don't
I'm here
care about you.
to- That's fine. I'm still going to protect you.
Why me? There are thousands of street rats that you could have picked. Why me?
Because I see something in you.
What do you see in me?
I just see something. Something that tells me that I need to protect you. And that's what
You're
I'm
wrong.
doing. I'm
It's
not.
wrong. Whatever
I'm
you
not.
see.
The Dawn is
I'm
not
not worth protecting. All right?
I didn't ask you if you're worth protecting. I'm doing it. End of
Just
end of
leave me
discussion.
alone.
End of
Leave
discussion.
me alone.
End of discussion. It's happening.
I am going to cast. I'm not going to cast anything, actually. I'm going to attempt to just run away and start climbing
All right.
and try to get out of there.
And I'm gonna cast command.
Oh, God. I didn't know you had that spell.
The dog has a lot of tricks. You should listen.
What do I need to cast?
All right. So
do I need to roll?
first, let's roll initiative just to see who gets to move first. This is not a battle, but it's
Sorry,
Turn
I didn't
order.
have enough to get you breakfast.
What-
17.
So we ate
19.
it without you.
Okay.
So I'm going
17
to
and
just
19. Okay.
bucket.
I want to know who wrote this. They can't
Hold
write.
on.
No, I know, but there's definitely some typos. Definitely a couple grammatical errors.
And you guys, I'm sure, hear the screaming match.
Oh, yeah, if they start
happening
yelling.
on the front
Oh, yeah.
porch. Yeah, of the place. Just so you know.
Okay,
Right.
cool. So then,
So if you want to do any actions, I would like you to roll initiative just so I can get a turn order.
I mean, I don't know if I'm gonna do anything yet, but I'm definitely gonna roll initiative. I'm gonna
Yeah.
like stand there. At
I
least.
have not yet decided.
Go ahead and roll so we don't have to interrupt later if you.
Ooh, that is a 4.
Okay.
That's all right. I wasn't planning on doing anything anyways.
That's a 22.
22. All right. Okay, so Meg, you're gonna make a run for it.
Yep.
So what's your speed?
30 feet.
Okay.
Mhm.
So you start running.
Sprinting. I'm gonna
Sprinting.
sprint.
You're gonna sprint. Okay. Now, Dawn, your turn.
I'm going to use my action to just use my 30 feet, and I'm also going to cast command on her.
Okay.
I said command. This is stop. So wisdom save of 13.
What's your
13.
distance on command?
60 feet.
Okay, you're good. Yeah, for sure.
Wisdom save of 13.
Mm-hmm.
Do I add
Actually,
my
you would say
+1 to
halt.
that?
I feel like you would say halt. Not
Halt.
stop.
Okay.
Cease.
That's gonna fail.
What's that?
Fail.
What was that number?
All right. So the Dawn yells,
Halt.
and you're like,
And so at this point, I'm just gonna like casually walk up to her, just be like, "You have my protection, whether you want it or not. Either we can do this together, or not. But I'm still going. What's your choice?"
I have nothing to say.
nothing to say.
I'm just glaring.
Okay.
All right. So be it.
All right.
No,
well,
no, drop
yeah,
my
this,
command, yeah.
this yeah, spell's done.
Can I say something? Okay.
It's not your
I
turn.
know. That's why I'm asking. That's what I'm asking.
I mean,
Sucks.
that,
I'm gonna.
we'll say that's a round. So, do you want to do anything? Have done it or do anything with that?
I'm just gonna open the door, and be like, stop screaming, please. Where'd they go?
Okay.
Okay. So wait. Hold on. Can we?
So
not...
they've run about 30 feet away from the door,
Right.
toward down the street toward like I'm assuming the rest of the city, maybe out toward the gates to get out. To the
What
rest
buildings
of the
are they near?
let me look.
I'm worried that like
Shaky ones.
they've attracted unwanted attention from our neighbors.
I
Oh, I'm
mean,
sure we have.
I'm sure everybody in the neighborhood has heard this argument. It hasn't given away a whole lot of information,
No.
but yeah, they definitely are heard by everyone in the area. And in fact, there's a couple people like sticking their heads out the window going like, "Can you keep it down?"
Sorry. Will you two come back into the clinic, please? Sorry.
I just
Please.
start walking to the docks.
And I'm following right behind.
Didn't you say we're going there anyway?
We are going. Are you coming? You don't have to. Like, I can't make you do anything.
from the muffled from the knapsack that you've been carrying around with the silverware, you hear this like sort of clanking as something inside shifts around, and we hear, "I want to go."
Is that?
Now I have to.
Is that the experiment?
It's their name is 2.
2?
I want to go. We got.
Right, 2. We're gonna go. We're going.
You made
Right.
You made fast friends with that one.
Baby Fizzle Spark's there. I don't know. I want to go. He's not here. That's for sure.
We did promise we were gonna find Fizzle Sparks.
Yeah, and I don't think dying is gonna help.
I don't think we're gonna
It's
die.
dark in here.
2, you can come out.
I can't do buckles. I don't have thumbs.
You're right. I'm sorry. I forgot I buckled it. Here you go. Yeah, I guess we're fucking going.
Okay,
Oh, this is so stupid.
I go and whistle for my cat, and I'm like, Archer, we're going on a trip.
Hey, Rattati,
Yeah.
did you know that everywhere you go, there are ghosts following you?
So here's the thing, too.
Yeah.
When you say shit like that, it really weirds people out.
Oh. Oh.
So I appreciate the heads up.
Yeah.
Let's keep that between us.
Okay.
Let's not talk about that anymore.
All right.
All right. I didn't sleep well last night, and that isn't gonna help.
All
Did
right.
I hear any of that?
So you don't think it's a good thing to know?
I don't think it's a good thing to pay attention to.
So yeah, you probably did hear this, Glow. You're like right there.
So, okay, so this is a fantasy world. So I want to, it sounds silly, but I want to roll a medicine check to like.
Are there ghosts in my blood? And do I need leeches?
Like, I just
The
want
answer
to.
to the leeches is always yes.
That's true. I just need some
Or
cocaine
maybe
back
like,
and I'll be
I don't know, maybe a
right as
medicine
rain.
and arcana check. Like, I just want to reference my own knowledge.
Okay.
Okay.
What are you
Ghosts?
looking for?
I want to know
He wants to see
if
the
there's
ghost.
any like medical conditions that doctors in this world deal with that have anything to do with ghosts.
Are
Sure,
doctors
go for
taught about possession?
Right, like at the very least, can I reference him to someone that help his problem?
Wow. That's awesome.
That's a 21.
No.
Nah.
That was fantastic.
All right.
I love
Fair.
that build-up. That was chef's kiss. Amazing.
Sure.
All right.
21. No.
So I say
The answer was always no. It didn't matter.
It's not a medical
Definitely
condition.
not.
It was right from the start.
All right.
It always was.
Yeah.
Anyways,
So
I just
well,
started
wait.
watching.
I do have a question. Like, how much are you gonna examine Rotati? Is this
Oh, I'm
just,
not
like,
gonna. I'm just
your knowledge?
I'm just
Oh,
fact
okay.
checking. Like,
Absolutely
can I
not.
roll
Yeah.
Arcana?
They're just like, is that real?
All
Is
right.
that a thing?
What about Arcana?
Arcana, like, I mean, ghosts are a thing.
Sure.
That'd be more of a
I don't
religion
care.
check.
I don't know if I'm proficient in
I didn't even read it.
I
Oh,
got it with my
okay.
left hand because Rotati's handwriting sucks.
Yeah, no, not really.
No. Okay,
I
that's
mean, I'm
fine.
not there.
All right, so
I know, but
They
I
have
fixed
it
for
still,
it.
though.
I know.
All right, so I know nothing.
Rotati did
trying
that.
Not about this. Sorry.
Rotati
No,
respects
that's
the
fine.
title.
Yeah.
He added it for you.
So-
Rotati.
So I say to Rotati, I'm like, what the hell does that mean?
What mean?
That little robot.
Sorry, I'm scribbling on the note. She forgot his name is the Dawn.
The Dawn.
It just wrote Dawn like he's a woman. Whose name is Dawn, which is incorrect.
I see. Well,
Sorry.
I feel like I have to go if for no other reason so she doesn't die. Should we tell the audience about this letter? Like, I feel like we should.
I mean, is somebody gonna read it out loud?
I mean, I haven't read it, so.
You know,
I wasn't there. I didn't
We'll let the
Yeah.
Dawn read it out loud when we get there.
Okay, cool.
This really feels more personal to him
Yeah.
than me. I added doctor
Thanks.
for you.
Appreciate it. Yeah, because it just said Dawn Glow Rotati on it.
Yeah. Well, I don't have any fancy titles or schooling stuff, so. Although I did pass the lawyer test at a very young age.
Nico comes out. He's like, "Did I hear since that you're leaving us?"
Yeah, I told you last night.
I meant everyone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I did go to the trouble of making you some sandwiches,
Oh.
and I did pack a little bag for you. I know that you insisted on leaving your medical supplies behind, but I did tuck you in. I think you should, it's.
Thank you.
I mean, we're probably gonna die, but just in case.
Thank you.
No, don't die. Don't die. I'm
No,
not.
we're definitely dead. Like, we're so fucked. No way. No way.
Do you have a will?
We're definitely dead. We're so fucked. He
Do
says
you
with
have
the
what?
biggest
I
smile.
am
A lawyer.
legally allowed to write a will for you. If you would like me to do that. Well, you should.
Insight, I guess. Should I believe that?
I know you really.
No, I don't.
trying to. No, he's
No.
not.
Oh, okay. All right. So
I'm just. it's fine. It's fine.
Look, I appreciate it.
Just worry about yourself.
I understand.
Okay. I will hold fort here. We will be waiting for you when you get
I sigh and I hold out my arms. Come on.
Okay. Nico gives you like a big hug and so like awkwardly pats you on the back because
He's a happy.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he's also prickly.
Yeah.
or formal. He's formal.
So I kind of, you know, give him,
Yeah.
like, hold him a little tight. I'm like, look, I will be back. I'm not gonna go run off and die. That's not the plan here.
Good, because I'm not prepared for that.
Yeah, I don't imagine anybody's prepared for that. But this is important. Look, I wouldn't do this if I didn't think it was a good idea. Okay?
I just know that you have been reckless in the past,
I have.
and I don't want to see you revert to old bad habits.
Valid. And I've been thinking about that too. And I'm not gonna go off and 5 people.
Okay.
That's it.
5 people. Okay.
5 very dangerous people
Bad men. Very bad people.
Very
Many
bad people.
Yes.
that have killed one of our patients.
Right. Understood.
And I'm behind him, kneeling down, going, "Do you listen to this too? This is what you've got me into. This is what we're
I'll
doing."
protect you.
That's very kind of you.
Is Archer here? Is Archer ready to go?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, cool.
Archer's not letting you go without him, of course.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I conjure like a little papoose thing
Yeah.
for him to
Okay,
hop
right,
into
right.
that on
Yeah.
my back.
Yeah. Archer's
that's
cute.
adorable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Archer's like purrs and kind of rubs into your neck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Prime example why avians are superior.
He can walk. I'm just nice.
So can Praventa. She can also fly.
Do you let her perch on your shoulder?
All the time.
Well, there you go.
Well, that's because I respect her, not because she needs coddled.
Archer doesn't need to be coddled. I choose to coddle him because he's my cat and I love him.
Oh, really? Stop coddling him, see what happens.
Alright, I get rid of the papoose.
Archer's like
So much.
starts.
See?
Archer, I have to prove a point. We're gonna walk. For a little bit. Alright, I mean, I'm ready. I've got all my
A
gear.
cat could pout, it would.
Nurse
And
Nico.
it kind of gives a stink eye at Praventa, like, this is your fault. Yes, sir.
Hey, you go on, I'll catch up.
You know where I'm going.
I assume a boat?
Go to the docks.
Going to the docks.
I will meet you there.
Where are the docks? You know what? Just give me, out of earshot. I don't know what I'll get lost.
Nico, give him directions, please.
I know so.
I think Archer's running away. You might want to go.
I'm going to the docks, past the docks.
Got you.
Okay.
I understand, sir.
And then I set off.
All right.
Like, probably in roughly the same direction as those two, but nowhere near as fast, because it's like, man, I guess just everybody wants to fucking be by themselves for some stupid reason.
Well, also you limp.
Yeah, also I
just did Archer a favor. That would have been a bumpy ride.
Yes, sir. What is it that you need, sir?
So, about the kid.
Yes.
What are you gonna do about the body?
Well, we are going to bury it in the Church of Fred's graveyard.
You want parents or?
It's the children, the orphans, sir.
Okay, you gonna have a headstone, have a marker.
I mean, they can't afford one, sir.
Okay.
This
So I
toast,
set my backpack
this
down.
toast character is supposed to come and take care
And
of
I'm gonna hand Nurse Nico 10 pounds of silverware and 15 pounds of fine dinner plates
Oh my, sir.
and 15 gold pieces. I don't know what a headstone costs.
This will be more than sufficient, sir.
Okay.
You
Get a really nice one. And if you can, find out the kid's real name, because like maybe put snot in quotation marks, but
Yes.
you just have a headstone, like a really famous one says snot, like that's almost that's like funny, and that's not what we're going for.
right.
We don't want it to be like ironically
No, sir.
comedic.
Yes, I will find out from this toast and Ninny what I can, and we will do this. We will stand in for her parents and do what we can.
All right.
Your
I gotta go die, so.
your generosity will be remembered, sir.
Can I go stop by that scroll shop on the way out?
Yes, it is a scribe shop. But
Yeah.
Yes. Mhm.
Do they have spell scrolls to my knowledge?
Occasionally, it's
Okay.
not. I mean, this is not the sort of part of town where there's a lot of.
Sure, but I know them. They're my neighbors.
Right. Yeah.
There's really nobody else I would think to go to,
Okay.
like, first.
Right.
So I what's that place called?
It is called Sensible Scribes.
Yeah, I want to go to Sensible Scribes.
Uh-huh.
And I'll tell Archer, hey, wait here and flag down Ricciardi if he goes past. And I go in.
All right. You go in and there is a desk at the front with Castor Skelling, who you know is the gnome who owns the shop, and he's busily. He's got like an ink smudge across his very big nose, and his hair is like sticking up at all angles as though he like clearly just runs his hands through his hair as he's working. And then he has 4 gnomes who are also at smaller desks in the room, and they're busily writing away. Oh, hello, Doctor.
Hi, Castor. It's been a little bit.
Yes. It's so good to see you. Come in.
Good to see you too. And I
Do you have some letters for me to write, Doctor?
I didn't come in here for that, although that's actually a pretty good idea. I'm going out of town.
Oh,
And I'm not exaggerating here. I'm gonna be doing something dangerous. So, I was wondering if you
yes.
got anything in regards to
Oh,
combat.
yes.
Is there a bell on the door? Like of the
Yeah.
store?
Yeah.
I love that. The cat was yelling at me.
Yeah, hey Ricciardi. I'm gonna get some scrolls before we go.
Gonna do a lot of reading while you're dead?
No. Magic scrolls, my friend.
Oh.
Magic scrolls, because I don't want to die.
Gonna do a
So
lot of magic reading
I'm not
when you're dead.
in the habit of dying, so that's why
I don't know how a living person would be.
Ricciardi, this is Castor, good friend of mine. I've known him
Hi,
for years.
Castor. Wait a minute. You sell magic scrolls.
Well, I'm at the closest we have to a magic shop here. I write and write letters and messages, make signs, all the sorts of writing.
But you have magic scrolls.
But I have a couple. Yes.
Yeah, what do those do? Because he's acting like that's helpful, and I don't know what he's talking about.
You don't know what a magic scroll is.
Pretty new to the whole magic thing.
Ah, that makes more sense. Okay, Castor, it's your
He's
job.
like looking for your writ.
You're a Ritzer.
I am not from here. I am traveling on business, and it's going very poorly.
I'm just kind of like,
No. Oh, okay. All right. A scroll is a magical incantation that's written on a piece of paper that you can then read, a special paper, of course, that you can then read off. And if you have the capacity to read, you can make magical effects happen by using the scroll, in which point it. Or if you are a scholar of the magics, you can read it and copy it down and
Hello.
save it for later. And Dr. Glow can explain this all to you. Some of the points.
So, you own a store
Yes.
where you sell pieces of paper that
Yes.
cast magic.
Some. I don't have a large inventory, but that's not my
And
primary
your
business,
name
but
is Castor.
Castor. Castor.
Right, but like phonetically, that's hilarious.
We're not the first to make the point.
I
Ricciardi,
bet I'm not.
I kind of nudge him with my cane. Be nice. He's my
There is
friend.
no, I'm saying he's got a perfectly adequate name for his position. It's like meeting a blacksmith whose name is Smith.
Most blacksmiths' name are Smith
Yeah, why do you think that is?
because it's their job.
Is
Why
it-
do you think my last name is Ayerson?
Sir, if you want to argue in my shop, my scribes are working very hard.
I apologize. Do you have anything for me?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Okay.
What do you have?
He has a scroll of chromatic orb, for 120 gold.
Oh, no.
He has a scroll of comprehend languages for 120. He has a scroll of conjure elemental for 1,280. He has a scroll of guidance for 20.
What does guidance do?
A scroll of lightning lure for 20.
He has it.
It lets you add something to a roll. It's like add a
yeah.
D4.
You can add a D4 to any ability check. Yeah,
It's a cantrip.
Oh, cool.
And lightning lure, which is also a cantrip.
Super good.
You create a lash of lightning energy that strikes at one creature of your choice within 15 feet of you. The target must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pulled up to 10 feet in a straight line toward you, and then take 1d8 lightning damage.
How much are those two?
20 each.
I'll buy those two.
All right.
That'll be 40 gold total.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Anything else?
I assume you just want to know about my cheaper inventory, so.
I mean, unless you're willing to do me a solid, caster.
I could give you. You could roll your persuasion and see if you can get a discount.
We're scared.
Caster, here's the thing. He's never coming back. I'm sure, much to your pleasure, I'm also probably never going to be back. Like, we are going to die. And that's just what's going to happen.
We are going.
Well, thank you, sir, for letting me know. I will make sure not
So-
to let you buy anything on layaway then.
Well, I was just wondering.
Yes.
It seems like you got a pretty good rapport with the doctor here, whose
Yes.
name isn't Glow, and I'm going to talk to him about that later.
Kids, call me that. It's fun. It's cute.
Excuse me? I'm in the middle of something.
I'm reading my new scrolls and
You guys.
So if there was like any, if you got like a shit hits the fan scroll, if you've got a get us the fuck out of there scroll, and if you'd be willing to give him a literally once in a lifetime deal.
yeah. Why don't you ask him for a wish while you're at it?
I mean,
Can you grant? I don't think you can grant wishes.
No.
Yeah, see, that would be silly.
I'm just describing. I'm not a genius.
Caster, thank you for the spells. They will serve me well. I really
Roll
appreciate
your
it.
persuasion.
he's just a little guy.
I mean, I get it. I don't want to die.
Next guy.
Persuasion
Maybe it's not gonna.
is a 17.
Okay.
Oh my god.
The best I can do is a scroll of conjure elemental, which is quite powerful. Normally I charge 1,200 gold for that. I'll give you a deal at 600, 50% off.
Look, I have a clinic. Even if I scrounge together everything I have, I can't cover that cost.
All right. I was just trying. All right. I appreciate the help, Caster. And I hope I didn't offend you with the name thing. I really did think it was cool.
Used to
I
it.
thought it
It's alright.
I thought it was cool.
Caster,
Don't die. Don't
I
die.
understand why you're not willing to part with that scroll.
Yeah.
That is literally a life-changing scroll.
Yes.
I understand.
Good.
Thank you for the lightning lure. That will be useful. Thank you for the guidance. That will be especially useful.
Here, Dr. Glow, don't die. And he reaches down and he pulls out from under the counter 2 potions of healing. On the
Yeah.
house, sir.
Thank you.
Don't die.
I don't want to die.
I knew I liked this guy.
I like him too. Like I said, friends for years. Thank you, Castor.
Thank
You're
you,
welcome.
Castor.
And pay Nico a visit, would you? He'll be lonely.
Of course.
Thank you. All right, there you go.
All right.
But like, don't get hurt. That sounds like he was telling you to get hurt. Don't do that.
Nico couldn't hurt anyone. It's all right.
No, I just mean like when he's saying go visit the nurse at the clinic. Like, don't hurt yourself and then have to go to just go
yes.
visit.
Truly, again, your intellect is dizzying. Has anybody ever told you that before?
I hear it all the time.
Yes, I thought so.
All the time.
I thought so.
Let's go, Doc. We've got something to do. I don't know what we're doing.
All right, so
All right.
we go.
So off we go.
I want to take what was that cart called again?
Which was called?
It was a thing that I took to get to the docks earlier.
Oh,
Hackney.
a
A
hackney.
Yeah, I would have taken a hackney to get back. I want to take another
Okay.
hackney to get there.
Okay. All right. So you guys are to the
I
docks.
paid for it, but I left literally everything of value with Nico.
What? What do you mean?
I have no money of any kind.
Did you make a donation to the clinic?
No.
Then I don't understand why Nico has your money. You're not supposed to give Nico money.
Right, it's not for Nico, but it's not for the clinic either.
Are you gonna be cagey?
Yep.
Okay.
Right.
You're gonna be kids. Yup.
Oh, right there.
Love
Nailed it.
All
I
right
see.
then. So, as usual, our team splits up in order to go to the same place. So,
For some reason.
Not my fault. Putting it out.
doesn't bother me.
Oh,
Actually,
Meg's gonna.
It bothers me immensely.
That's why it's fun for me.
so Meg, what is your plan for getting there? Are you gonna there's generally a ferry that runs at
Whatever.
noon and
Ship
2
that-
every day, or are you going to go down, try and find your
I'm
own
going to
ship?
turn around to Dawn and be like,
Mhm.
look, he's expecting me alone. I don't want him to know that something's off. I need to at least meet up with him alone. I can't control if you follow me.
It's true.
You can do that. Whatever.
And I will.
But I'll have to go there alone and meet with him alone.
And that's fine.
Otherwise, something's going to be up and we're both dead.
I won't die. And you won't die.
There we go.
Alright? Okay. Well, I have to go on this ferry now and I have to go alone. I have to get there alone. You can
Anybody
meet me
can get
there
on
if
the
you
ferry.
want.
Anybody can get on the ferry.
Alright, well, then I'm gonna go.
Even the dawn.
I'm right behind you.
I don't think you're hearing me.
I
I
am.
have to meet him alone.
It's fine. I'm just on a ferry.
Don't talk to me.
You started this conversation.
I'm gonna walk away.
All right, it costs you each a gold to take
Yep.
a ride on the ferry.
I have a gold.
Right.
I'll hand.
That was better.
Very-
You started this conversation.
So, you have probably about an hour and a half before the ferry will leave. So you guys can sit around for an hour and a half and wait for the ferry to go.
Mhm.
You guys get down to the Lady Harpy. Takes you about 15 minutes, and 20, it's still, yeah, it's not super far from the docks from the Shambles. So it takes you about 15-20 minutes, and you get to the Lady Harpy, where Tori has been waiting.
So I said, yeah, no, I just, as we're walking up, I call out to her, like, hey, Tori, I'm here.
Hey, Reaper.
This is Tori.
Hi,
Tori,
Tori.
this is
Hi,
Ritati.
Tori.
I'm retarded.
Oh, hi, Rosati. Sorry. Writing down names. Hi, Rosati. Nice to meet you. Get on board. Be careful. Don't touch anything. Don't touch the merchandise.
Don't touch anything, but then also don't touch the merchandise.
Yes.
Isn't that part of anything?
Especially.
And I'm saying as I'm like walking backwards onto
Don't
the ship,
touch
just
the merchandise.
making eye contact. All right.
Reaper.
Which one's
Don't
merchandise?
let him touch the merchandise.
Don't call me Reaper, man.
Glow.
Is this merchandise?
Glow.
I see Ratati's goal is to be a ship.
I'm sorry for him.
I didn't sleep well.
He did not sleep well.
You have two choices. You can either stay here, stop, or 3 choices actually. You can either stay here, stop touching my shit,
Yeah, all right. I'm not touching anything.
or I will tie you up for
Hands
this.
and
Do you
pockets.
have a cabin we can stay in? Or...
I'm not letting him in my cabin.
No,
Your
I'm good.
cabin.
No, I have one
I
cabin.
get very motion sick. I'm good up here. Thank you.
How long
Yeah.
is the journey?
4 hours.
4 hours.
Yeah.
Okay,
It
cool.
won't be that long.
We'll have time to find a place to stay when we get there.
Well, let me think. Actually, I'm just answering and not really thinking it through. You're going with the river, so yeah. No, it would be close to about an hour and a half, honestly, and then coming back would take longer because they have to row. So because they're going upriver or be hauled. So yeah, it's faster going downriver.
Okay, so downriver, it would be,
An hour and a half. Coming up, it'll be closer to 3 to 4 hours.
and we're going downriver.
Yeah, we're going
Oh, okay, cool.
Super fast.
Yeah, and and her ship can go out of the mouth of the river into the ocean. Like the ferry would not be able to do that.
Alright. So I'm gonna take this opportunity. I'm gonna find some place where we can sit. Like, are there crates or something? Like anything?
Oh yeah,
Okay, cool. Alright, Rotati, come on, sit down. I'm gonna teach you how spell work works.
Is it near the edge of the ship?
Do you need to be near the edge of the ship?
I think it's better for everybody involved if I'm near the edge of the ship.
Yeah, alright, that's fine.
Thank
Sure.
you.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I apologize, but it's only for 90 minutes-ish.
Nope, it's all good. This is how we gotta get there. It's how we gotta get there.
So you guys are gonna spend your time learning
He's
more
gonna
about
be tutoring me on
spellcraft.
how spells work.
Okay, excellent.
My intention is to attempt to copy these spells into my spell book and show him how that works because,
Perfect.
you know, he can cast spells.
So, you guys are gonna have about a 90-minute ride. You guys have about a 2 hour because it's slower. You're in the ferry, not a personal small yacht type boat. And also you have to wait an hour before it leaves. So you guys are gonna get to Miss Shore first. Is there anything that you want to like do about the travel, or should we fast forward down the river?
Fast forward.
Fast forward.
Okay, I love that. Let's fast forward
I
down the
think
river.
this is just gonna be me standing outside her, just
Yeah.
watching her, but just being like away from her.
Breathing
Yeah,
heavy.
yeah.
Yeah. And just being mad.
And you like always have these prickles at the back of your neck constantly, to the point that like it's a little annoying because it makes it hard for you to feel like you have a sense of if anybody else is watching you.
We should have some.
All right, so you guys get there first. Throughout the ride, Ratati, roll your perception. Ratati, roll your perception.
Me.
You.
Yeah, perception. That's not one of the ones I'm good at, I don't think. Maybe I'm wrong. No, I'm not.
Insight, actually, I would like you to do insight.
Insight.
I apologize. Insight.
I'm also not good at that.
That's all right.
10.
No, yeah, I mean, the only thing you notice is that Tori, like, as you guys get onto the ship, Tori kind of goes over to her crew. She's got 4 guys who are like helping her man the ship, and whatever she says to each of them, you notice that they very purposefully give Glow wide berth. And she seems a little wary of Glow.
So, your name isn't Glow. That's what kids call you.
Dr. Glow, yes.
Yeah.
My name is Anton Ayerson.
Anton Ayerson. And that's related to you being a doctor somehow.
I
You said
took
that.
on the name Ayerson
Mm-hmm.
after I completed my education.
Gotcha.
As in son of Ayer.
Right. And that's
That is
not your dad.
no.
Not your mom.
I am spiritually, I view Ayer like a mother. Yes.
Gotcha. So it's like a religion thing.
Kind of. I mean, it's a religion founded on medical knowledge.
Mm. So what's your actual name? Because sometimes you go by Will. Sometimes you say it's Anton, which is Ierson, which isn't even your real name. What was your real name? She called you Reaper, which like, what does that mean? I don't like. What do I call you?
You just hear for Tori, sorry.
That's a lot of names, man.
Whatever works for you. I'm Anton. Was the name I was born with. Just Anton.
You weren't born with a last name. I shovel shit for a living, and I got a last name.
How do I...
You don't have to tell me your last name. You don't
I
want to.
didn't
It's
have a
fine. I'm
last
not trying to like.
name. Look, not everyone is descended from a lord or whatever. Not everybody gets a family name.
Sorry, it's just funny. Anyway.
I don't
Okay.
think... Look, lots of people have last names. I didn't have one.
Okay,
I didn't
hey,
mind not
look,
having one.
I wasn't trying to upset you, man. I'm trying. Look, we have a very antagonistic relationship.
Alright, look.
Okay,
Here's-
I can tell that, and I know I'm the main driving force behind that.
You are.
Yeah. Well,
I've been very patient with you.
that you're a doctor. You should be. That's kind of your job.
Yes.
You literally have patience. Like that's.
Yes.
Yeah. So like.
Are you gonna quit that?
Yeah.
or-
This is me trying.
Okay. Alright. Well, here's the deal.
Like all about the interpersonal relationships
I-
today.
Thanks for showing me like the spells and stuff.
Great.
Yeah. Which, by the way, I was looking at the rules. I only can copy one over because I don't have enough gold for both.
Okay.
Okay. So I'll copy over guidance.
Okay.
And that'll be 50 gold to do. Apparently. So I tell him, look, I grew up in the Linen District in Lyra. We worked for a lord.
Mm-hmm.
I had a name, a last name, but then that guy died. And then the Linen District collapsed. And none of us kept the name.
Why?
It would have been shameful to have kept it.
That's weird, but all right.
And so after that, my family was very, very poor.
Yeah.
And then, there was plague.
Hmm.
And then it was just my mom and my brother.
What's plague mean?
Plague is when a lot of people get really sick and die.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
Yeah.
She calls me Reaper because I used to be a sailor. And I had a bit of a reputation.
So first, poor kid, Linen District. That's like clothes and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So you worked at a factory or something? Like you
I did it. My parents did.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you were a kid, I guess. Kids in the city don't work. So then that stopped being a thing because the guy paying for it died?
Yeah, and the entire industry collapsed. He didn't do a very good job taking care of his business.
Alright, so he was an idiot. He died. You guys suffered for that. That sucked. And then a bunch of people got sick.
Yeah.
And did they get better?
No, they died.
They died.
They died.
Okay. I was just checking. I didn't know if that was part of
Dead.
what plague means. Alright.
So we've reached Miss Shore.
Okay.
Friends. Okay.
Thanks.
The ship docks at this winding path that comes down toward a large cave opening in the side of the cliffs. Miss Shore is built up on the cliffs, and you can see that there are some flat areas that have almost been worn away or carved away into the side of the cliff. So there are a few houses that are actually sort of perched right in the cliffs, on the way up, and the path kind of winds back and forth, and there are a few cottages along the path, and then up is this town proper. To the west, along the river, as you are approaching the docks, there are huge manors that are perched up on the cliffs, overlooking the view of the river snaking below. You know that Mist Shore is kind of the haven where the nobles go in the heat of summer to avoid the diseases that run rampant through the city in the summer. And at this time of year, which is late fall, very few will be in residence, but that's the primary economy of this town. It's also famous for its cider, hard cider, and pickled eel. So that's what you guys know.
I love pickle. We should try the eel.
I mean, we do need to get dinner.
Yeah, I've never had eel though, but I like pickles.
Eels are good.
Nice.
Tori and her people pull her ship up into the docks that are in this protected cave along the river. There's a path kind of carved into the edge of the cave that will lead you, once you get out of the ship, that you can come around and up to the path that curves up the side of the cliff to the town above.
Excellent.
So
So I say to Tori, and I trust that you'll be able to get us a ride back when we're done here.
probably, yeah.
Good.
You'll have to wait. I mean, I've got a few other runs.
You go
to
back
make,
and
but
forth,
yeah,
I
yeah,
understand, but when you get back,
Yeah.
great, excellent. Who's this woman I'm meeting with? What's her name?
I'm sorry. Tori knows her name really well.
No, yeah, sure.
Just saying.
I'll bet.
Sylvie.
Tori gets on the
Sylvie.
Rolodex.
Sylvie.
Sylvie.
Got it.
And Tori's men start unloading the cargo, and you can see that in the darkness they're heading back into the depths of the cave with the cargo.
Mhm.
So.
All right. All right. Well, let's.
I was gonna offer to help, but I feel like you don't want me to do that.
I would rather not. Thank you, though.
Thanks for the ride. And hopefully I'll see you again, but probably not.
Thank you, Tori. I really appreciate it.
If you survive,
We will.
we'll have a bottle of our finest brandy together.
What if, totally hypothetical, I survive, but he doesn't? Do I still get some of that booze?
No, I don't know you. I know him.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Pickled eel. Let's go, doctor.
All right. We're off to the tavern.
Keep him alive. And then you
I
have
mean,
some brandy.
no promises.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I'm able to keep myself alive. I'm counting on 2.
All right, so Pravinta flies ahead and up you go. All right. You come into the town, and it is a quaint little village. There's a clearing sort of on the top of the cliffs. So the village is made in this arc, and then there's a well, and then a clearing that's like a field right up to the edge of the cliff, where it looks like maybe it's a gathering place for folks in the village. It's very, very adorable. It's obviously, this village has been, its facade has carefully maintained to give the nobles who stay here the feeling that they are living in an idyllic village.
Quaint countryside.
Yes, exactly. It's very much marketing.
Like the
is part
Shire
of it.
almost.
Yeah, exactly. They
Real cottagecore.
obviously
Real cottagecore, yeah.
cottagecore, yeah. Obviously, they make most of their money from the nobles who live there, and if the nobles want to believe they live in an idyllic village with everything happy and perfect and like a Thomas Kincaid painting, then that is what they
And
will
like
get.
them being there isn't actually imperative.
Right, exactly, exactly, exactly. So it is adorable. There is, as you come up, you can see that there is the tavern, the Lady Harpy, which looks like the one half of a ship standing on end. It's clearly been constructed that way as opposed to actually being a ship, but it does look like the bow of a ship, as though the rest of it is like embedded in the ground. And there's a door in it, and it's called Lady Harpy Tavern. There's also several cottages. There's a stone building, looks kind of like this one, right back here.
Oh, okay.
And there is, let's see, a butcher, a baker, a candlestick maker.
yeah. All that
all
stuff.
all the typical, a little flower shop, and a shop called General's Goods.
Not general goods.
No, General's Goods.
Wait, what were those last two?
Let's see, butcher, baker, candlestick maker,
Yeah.
flower shop. The bakery's called Misty Buns,
Ha.
and the butcher is Fisherman's Friend. Flowers is Astor's Flowers.
That last thing after flower shop.
General's Goods.
General's Goods.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So
Fantastic.
this Lady Harp is like a theme restaurant.
I hope it's an inn.
I mean, it's shaped like a boat.
It is.
Well, it could be a themed inn. I'm just saying it's a theme place. We got theme places in the circus, so it's pretty cool.
Let me go in.
Okay, you go in. You get a table, I assume. Yeah, it's very it's very themed. It's like there's sea nets on the wall.
Nice.
There's buoys. There's oars.
I
Like
love it.
when you sit down, each of the tables is like they're nailed to the floor like you would be on a ship.
Is this the kind of place that has a hostess?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Cool.
So definitely more restaurant, more and all of the waiters and waitresses are dressed like pirates, like patches and the whole thing.
Poor sons of bitches.
Yeah.
But
Birthday,
I
and singing a pirate.
Right.
All right. Yeah. Well, I guess we'll just go sit and wait to be
Does,
served.
Yeah.
You gotta talk to the bar keep.
I'm getting to that. Let's eat.
You know, eat first. Can we eat at the bar? I don't know. 2 birds, 1
We
stone.
can eat at the bar. Yeah.
I don't know. This is
We go to the
This
bar.
is the buddy
trying
cop.
to be,
okay.
trying to
Buddy
be
cop.
efficient.
I thought it was going to be Zambor and Glow. No, it's Rattati and Glow. They're buddy cops now.
Yeah, right. It's like
He's a rookie, and you're 1 day away from retiring from the force.
That's right. You're Morgan Freeman. I'm Brad Pitt.
There's a tiefling at the bar with an eye patch. She has bluish, purplish, dusky skin, and gold hoop earrings on one ear. Her horns kind of sweep back to meet at the back. She wears like a leather bustier, very, very cheesy pirate kind of clothing. Arg, matey, what would you like?
I don't know if there's like a,
Customer service has ruined her spirit.
I don't know if
Capitalism
there's like a
breeds innovation.
supervisor or anything, but you don't have to do that with us. We're not gonna.
We're just hungry.
Yeah.
All right, what do you want?
Pickled eels, please.
Pickle deal.
Pickle deal. You got it. Do you want spicy, mild, or sweet?
Can I
Which one's
do
the best?
Spicy.
I'll take the spicy and a beer, please.
I mean, all of it's nasty if you ask me, but spicy's you taste the eel less.
There we go.
Yeah, you got a beer or cider. Cider's a local specialty, but we got some good beers too.
I feel like beer is more of the eel.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let's do that.
What
Thank
would you like?
spicy eel and cider, please?
Alrighty. Boom.
And no rush, but I'd like to speak with the tavern keeper when she has a moment.
That would be me.
Fantastic. You're Sylvie then.
Yes, I am.
Fantastic. I'm a friend of Tori's.
Oh, really?
Yes. She told me that I should speak with you.
Tori doesn't really collect friends.
No, she does not.
All right.
Through a mouthful of eel. I don't get it either.
All right. What do you need, friend of Tori?
Well, I'm in town,
Yeah.
and I'm here for a very specific reason.
Okay.
And I need to know a bit of the lay of the land. If you have a map, that'd be great. If you know who the up and coming people are, I need to speak with some of them.
I tell you what.
Yes.
I have to prep for the afternoon meal.
Sure.
We usually get the ferry here in about an hour, and I got to get all that ready because then we'll hit a bit of a rush.
You're a businesswoman. You got to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I'm done, I will sit down with you and tell you what I know within reason.
Great. Do you know
For Tori.
where we can get some boarding?
Oh, yeah. So we don't have rooms here.
Sure.
Yeah, but there's a adorable little cottage boarding house down the way where you can probably get.
A bed and breakfast.
I think we saw.
Yes,
that on the way in.
exactly that.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Last question, real quick. This is gonna seem a little odd. If I was gonna have a secret surprise party for a close knit group of friends, where would I have?
Do you have friends?
Boom, roasted.
Oh,
Sorry. I've been living with Tori a long time. It's
Finishes
just,
the beer.
I'm sorry, Tori.
Burst
You know,
into tears.
she rubs off on me.
I said if.
If you have a secret surprise party, so you mean like not here? Because this would be a great place for a party.
Well, I mean, I guess I get it here is good, but if
Yeah.
I wanted like nobody to know.
I mean, we've got a couple of abandoned barns out. There's the old orchard that's not being used anymore. Wish somebody'd buy that. I mean, we keep this place pretty. This is a well-groomed village. So there's not a lot of opportunities. A couple barns, and like I said, the old cider house. They work.
Okay, all right. Just curious.
Okay.
His birthday's coming up.
Good to know. Okay.
Revenge
Anyway,
was-
I actually
So-
like the eel. It's delicious.
All right. So you guys are, yeah. I mean, it's actually not bad. But it is eel. It's got like a
It's a little slimy.
earthy, muddy taste to it a
Used
little
to.
bit. Yeah. If you've had eel before, I don't recommend it. Bit of a traumatic experience for me.
Oh, no.
Anyway.
Characters enjoy it though.
Yeah. You guys, about an hour later, the ferry docks, and there is a crowd of like tourists that get off. It's about 8 or 10 people who are here to do a little shopping in the quaint village and whatnot.
I quietly say to him, look, if you're going to follow me, make sure it's not obvious, please.
I know how to follow people.
Right,
I,
okay, sure,
It's what I do. It's literally what I do.
sure. Alright,
I just jump on the rooftop. Is there a nearby rooftop or something I can get on there?
No, I mean you're on the bottom of a cliff.
so I'm going to
I
start
just
walking.
jump to the top of the mountain.
And roll.
Got a 400-foot vertical.
I just kind of like fade into the crowd as much as I can.
Yeah,
as
with your
a
mask
7
and billowing.
foot
Yeah,
billowing.
right.
Metal masked.
I'm going to go to the spot
Vigilante.
where the general told me to meet him.
Okay.
Mhm.
So for you, like fading into the crowd in the city,
Yeah.
it's difficult but not impossible.
Yeah. Here.
Fading into the crowd here, they're like, I mean, like the tourists are like, look at that. Do you think he's like one of the attractions? Like, that's
It's a theme park.
like, right.
He's one of the costume
Yes.
heroes that walks around.
Okay, so I'm just gonna.
Like people give you like wide berth. You're carrying weapons. You got this mask on your face.
This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on her,
Okay.
and I'm just gonna like let her kind of like scurry off. That way I can kind of keep track of her a little bit.
Beautiful. All right. you head to where you're going. All right. Oh, how do we get everybody together again? We don't. All right. You get to the top of the cliff, the dawn, and you encounter the same village that I described. Oh, do you want to head to the tavern or head elsewhere? I mean,
I guess I'd head to the tavern. I'll just go to the closest place that looks like has people. So.
okay, yeah, that would be the tavern. And in there you find your friends and a couple of locals who are eating fast before the tourist rush comes. And you're followed in by a few tourists who are like, oh, this is where you get the best cider we've heard. Anyway, it is the way it is.
Wait, so they're both here? Or just the dawn?
Just
just
the
the
dawn.
Alright, I look at him and I smile. I'm like,
Hey.
come on.
Hey,
Where have you been?
I was just following Meg, making sure she was being safe.
So Meg is here.
She is. She had to go meet her general person, so but I got a way to track her, so I hopefully can
Good.
find her.
She's meeting a general, huh?
Yes.
Maybe
Yeah.
it said general's goods.
Is that an actual suggestion?
I mean, it seems like an odd coincidence.
Alright, I mean, we have an hour. Do you want to eat first?
The eel is
Oh,
actually phenomenal.
It is?
Yeah.
I'll have an eel.
Yeah.
I'm a little peckish.
Yeah.
So.
So you get like this little personal sized jar of pickled eel. Oops, sorry, of pickled eel.
All right.
So like it's like clearly it's like
Yeah.
if you want to take home the leftovers, you just screw the lid on and off you go. But
I
yeah.
eat some and then just like put the rest in my pack and be like, all right, I'm good. I'm done.
All
Doesn't
right.
need much sustenance.
Alright, show us where Meg is then.
Well, so just as you say, shows where Meg is, then also Sylvie walks over and she's like, all right, I'm ready.
I thought you said an hour. Has it been an hour?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty close.
Well, never. Like, actually, let's one moment. Any info that you can give us would be extremely helpful.
I don't know. I mean, this is like a pretty. Nothing happens here, so I'm not quite sure what to tell you. We've got like this place at me and Torreon. Let's see. There's we got a newspaper in town. Although that one's crazy. And she waves over to the back side of the door. Like you came in, you didn't look really behind you, and there's this bulletin board that's papered with pamphlets. That one, whatever. We got the butcher, baker, candlestick maker, a flower shop, general's goods. I don't know what to tell you about. I mean, most of it's right here, and then up there you got the estates and the orchards, and then and the place to stay. We got Bree has a little cottage. She takes in boarders from time to time. She's kind of herbalist, medicines, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Nice lady. Has a kid. Her husband's pretty great at chopping wood. Super helpful.
Alright. I pull out a piece of paper and write a little note, basically just saying, I guess actually before I write this note, I'm trying to figure out if I can trust this woman. I mean, she clearly knows Tori.
Yes.
So, trying to, how do you know Tori, if I may ask?
She's my wife.
Fantastic. I'm glad she got married. How long have you been together?
Since, I don't know, about 6 months after
Who's Tori?
she left I did it again. Y'all let me know when I'm wearing 2 pairs of glasses.
I was
No, I
wanting to
just want to see
comment.
how many you can
See how
accumulate.
many we can get. It's fine.
Trying to get 3 pairs by episode 15.
Oh,
Just gotta
God.
sneak yours over there.
Oh, sorry,
She won't
that
realize
totally broke my concentration. Since well, it's about 6 months or so after that we met, when she was, yeah, right after she got out.
So about a decade.
She
Now.
was healing up. Yeah, about 10
That's
years.
I'm glad to hear.
She's got a good heart, you know.
We served on the same ship together.
Shit.
Yeah.
So she won't, she won't talk about that.
I see.
So you were there when that happened?
Yes, I was. And I hope you aren't offended when I say that if she doesn't want to talk about it.
No. Why do you think we can stay married for 10 years? Hell no.
Okay, then I'm gonna also respect those wishes.
Yeah, fair.
Okay.
Just saying that you were on, clearly, Tori says you're good. You were by her side, so you're all right with me.
Great. So then I write down on a little note, there are Witchfinders in town, and hand that to her. Oh, I also write on there, burn after reading.
All right, and she just holds it over a candle right there and drops in the counter. Good to know.
Yeah, so I'm in town. I'll check in day by day. If you hear anything, please do let me know.
So, the old cider house.
Mm-hmm.
There's rumors that it's haunted. Now I don't take any stock of that myself. But if there was somebody lurking, I'd say that's where it was. That's me. But the person who would really know is that person. The professor.
The professor?
The professor.
Of what?
Well, I mean, she used to be no, she used to be at Auspics, but I heard she got fired. Now she doesn't say that, but
She used to be a what?
professor at Auspics University. Now she runs our local paper.
The crazy one?
And I can trust her
I
She's crazy.
mean,
You can
I
always
don't know
trust
about
crazy.
that.
with this information.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
Like, you're gonna have to judge for yourself.
Fair enough.
She's only been here about 6 months. Bought the old dilapidated tower, turned it into a newspaper. I mean, you'll have to read the news and decide for yourself.
Is she a wizard?
She's a professor.
Does she
Maybe.
have a writ?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
I want to go over to those pamphlets she was
Yeah.
pointing at. What's the pamphlet say?
Yeah. So, it's papered with like 6 months. Like, it's just been like the next one's been taped over, pinned over the last. You see one that's like brainworms in the water supply. Another one says brokers are trading more than power? Question mark.
Clickbait.
Is the water giver stealing souls?
What happens next will shock you.
Silver writs? Are they really mind control? Let's see what else. Hnifstad, spies among us.
Okay, I got a pretty good Bible.
One more says gates of hell are closed. Ghosts are piling up. Oh, and there's one more that says Witchfinder plots. Are they real? Everyone ends with a question mark.
Nothing say what happens
The
next will shock
sign,
you.
that's the sign of someone smart. They know they don't know the answers.
Wait,
Wisdom
so
right
all
there.
of these bulletins are from the local newspaper? And what is that paper called?
It is called, good question.
I was so distracted by the magnificent headlines. Made me think to get the title
They're pretty
of
great.
the publication.
It's called Auspicious News.
Love it.
Auspicious
It's so
news. Fantastic.
The Daily Inquirer.
It's
Fire.
just close enough to suspicious news.
Where was the professor, in a tower?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah.
That tower.
That one.
Alright. Yeah.
Give the Don the letter.
And then we're gonna close
Without that.
with, you're not gonna give the Don?
No, I won't. By the way,
Yes.
Meg left it. It's addressed to all of us, but
Okay.
I read it, and it really feels like it's more to you than anyone else.
Okay. All
So,
right. I'll read it. Can you read that loud?
yeah.
Might as well. Dawn. The Dawn.
Sorry,
Okay.
I added
Okay.
the and doctor.
Oh, okay.
She didn't do that.
Alright. It's time for me to take responsibilities for my actions. It's my fault Snot is dead. I tend to make up for it by ridding the world of individuals that killed her. I'm going to miss Shore to kill the general and the rest of the Witchfinders. This is something I have to do alone. Don't come after me. Oops. Hold on. I don't foresee living past this. Oh, no. I quite frankly don't care. You can't change my mind on this. Maybe it's for the best, but I don't live through this. I miss my parents. I'm going to kill the people that took the people I cared about away from me. Thanks for looking out for me. If you hadn't, I would have died a long time ago. Sorry for all the pain I caused you. If you know what's good for you, you won't come after me. You won't try and stop me. Live a better life than I did. Your friend, warden, patient, Meg. Don reads this. You can't see it, but there's like a slight tear in his eye, and he just like leaves and goes like,
Roll your wisdom.
"That's an 11."
No bonuses?
We're gonna close there.
Nope.
Thank you everyone for joining us for another episode of Tales from the Scroll. Join us next time to find out what an 11 means.